All right, AP Lit. Hope you're all doing well. This is going to be our first e-learning for Wednesday the 18th. If you've noticed, I've posted some stuff on Google Classroom. It's mainly materials, mainly the stories we're going to need. I don't know that we're going to do all of them, so just relax. Most of the ones that I've chosen are very, very short. So it looks like maybe just those three will probably be the only ones we're going to do, because I'm going to kind of stretch these assignments out over multiple days, so be aware of that. So this week we're just gonna use this story. All right, so the A and P. So what we need to do for this first one is, as we have been doing, choose one of our foci to hang on to as we read. I would like for you to do that kind of before you start reading, so you know what to look for, and maybe hopefully have an easier time. All these things are in the story and are easily discussed. So our main character, Sammy, we find his name out later in the story. Focus on him, and is he a character changed or unchanged? And why? What is his purpose for doing what he's doing or what he does in the story? Similarly, there's a lot of other smaller characters in the story as well. His boss, his co-worker, a group of girls, your normal everyday housewife, old ladies shopping, etc. So, how does he kind of look at them? It'll be pretty obvious. Next is setting. So again, it takes place at an A&P, which is a chain of grocery stores mainly located in the Northeast. So I think this takes place around the Boston area. But also keep in mind when this was written, 1962, what was going on in America at that time, right? We get, the Beatles, we get that, kind of build up until the kind of youth generation of the later 60s. So how does this story reflect on those kind of changing times, civil rights movement, all that stuff too. So setting definitely more so time, maybe more so than, geographical location, but what's maybe special about a grocery store, okay? And that kind of takes us down to symbols and imagery, right? So he's very descriptive. So pay attention to that, especially the people that are in the store and even the people that he works with. But just overall, how is the grocery store itself kind of maybe a symbol for larger things? Okay, and then lastly, is our narrator reliable or unreliable? Obviously, this is first person. It starts out I, and we see everything through his perspective. So that's something to consider as well. It should be kind of relatable because he's right around your guys' age. So hopefully you'll see that. Okay. So our first assignment is just going to be, as you read, look for a couple pieces of evidence, things we've been doing all year. I actually got on a AP webinar last night, and a teacher down from Avon gave me some good ideas and told us kind of what we needed to focus on. So hopefully, if we do have the exam in May, we're still on track to do that. So one foci, two pieces of evidence, okay, and then kind of explain how that evidence matches up with your foci and maybe ultimately the theme of the story as well. Should be kind of evident. I don't know. We'll see. It's an interesting story how it ends. So I'm kind of curious to see what y'all come up with. Okay. So what we need to do today, we don't need to write anything besides, collecting that information. And all we need to write is, I want you to come up with 3 different ways with your foci, evidence, ideas, explanation, etc. Write a thesis 3 different ways. Okay, so obviously it all needs to contain the same information and pretty much say the same thing. Okay, but we're just trying to work on sentence structures and getting away from that this and this and this type thesis statement. Okay, then probably on Thursday I'll have you write a short paragraph using that stuff. Okay, and then on Friday, I'll look at those things and respond, and we can, expand and revise those. And then maybe even, share with each other and give some feedback there. I don't know yet. I'm still working on stuff. But this is what we're going to start out with. So just read the story. It's only, I think, 3 pages long. And, choose a foci, find a couple pieces of evidence, explain how they work together, and then construct your thesis statements out of that. Okay? So as always, I'm available. Email me if you need anything. But this is our first assignment, and just hang in there, gang. We'll get through this together. All right, see ya.